YouTube, what's going on? My name is Argon. Welcome back to some Fortnite tips and tricks, informational, instructional type of video. Today we're going to talk about the Hop Rocks, guys. The stuff that was just added in Fortnite Battle Royale recently with the new map update, where they got rid of Dusty Depot, replaced it with Dusty Divot. As many of you know, the meteor landed, left around a bunch of these little crystals, which are called Hop Rocks. When you consume them, they will help you jump out of the sky like a little freaking jetpacker. My last video I did, make sure you check that out, talking about how these jetpacks were gone. We got rid of the jetpacks, we replaced them with these Hop Rocks. Essentially, the Hop Rocks are the jetpacks. It's really the same thing. So let's talk a little bit about these guys. So first things first, these guys are located all over the map, random locations, but they are centered where the bits of the meteor or the main meteor hit. Here they are on the map, courtesy of IGN. They're circled in red. They are scattered about, centered at Dusty Divot. That's where the most of them are going to be. Then there's some on the northeast side near Rusty Reels. Some are scattered around the north side in kind of unnamed locations. And there's one or two in Tilted Towers and a couple other ones here or there. So check them out. Make sure you guys go and try them all out. They're really cool. Also, there's a few chests that spawn in those areas as well that are new, so that's kind of cool. I really think that they might have actually added them. Now, I didn't verify this. They might have added these in, these little mini critters wherever there used to be campsites. So that might be true. If it is, that's pretty cool. The meteor likes to kill campsites, I guess. Either way, guys, when you get to the Hop Rocks, they are consumable. That means you walk up to them and you have to take them at the time that you take them. You cannot store them in your inventory. They did this because it's a balancing issue. They want to make sure that you use them because there's a time limit on how long these Hop Rocks go for. We're going to get into that in a little minute. What they want to make sure is that you can't just stack a bunch of these and run around the map wherever you want, popping Hop Rocks, running around like a jetpacker. It would essentially change the entire game the way that it's played. At least this way, whenever you get into areas that have Hop Rocks, you can expect this type of gameplay where it's jumping around, shotgunning, whatever. Changes the meta quite a bit. It's a totally different gameplay, but now you know at least you can't get that from areas where they can't reach you. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing that they didn't make it so you could store these in your inventory. Believe me, Fortnite would not be Fortnite anymore. It would probably be a really bad game after that. But yes, that's how that works, guys. So now the question is, how long do these exactly last for? So once you consume them, they will last for 30 seconds, and that's about it. Then it runs out. That's a decent amount of time, to be honest with you. What you can also do is, if you notice, you can also consume more than one at a time. Now what that does is it doesn't stack them like in line with each other, so you can't just get 30, and if you drink 2 of them at once, you get a minute or a minute and a half if you drink 3, that kind of thing. What it does is it overlaps. So there's some examples here I'm showing you guys. Basically, if you go, let's say you go about 15 seconds into your first Hop Rock, then you take another one, then you're gonna have a Hop Rock for a full 45 seconds. Got it? So that's like the first 15 seconds of the second one overlap with the second 15 seconds of the first one. None of the abilities change. It's all the same, just the duration gets extended and it's a bit of an overlap. So it's not a stack, which is good because then you can just land a Dusty Divot, take like 20 of them, and then run around the whole rest of the map for like 5-6 minutes with a freaking jetpack on. So that's how that works, guys. That's a big question that a lot of people had, and now you know the answer to it. So now the next question, guys, is how fast are you when you have these Hop Rocks? So here is a test that I did. I landed out middle of nowhere, basically built up a nice little platform. I like to do these when I'm doing distance type tests or anything to do with speed because it's a level surface. You can't really trust timing anything on the surface of the map because there's really nowhere on the map that's flat. It's all kind of curved. But if you can get yourself elevated in the air, then you can build a nice flat runway. So here it is, guys. I built that thing for you guys and then ran across it. And then I ran across it using the jump Hop Rocks, but it's not really running. You're more like jumping. But that's how you get the speed bonus, because if you're running with a Hop Rock or just running regular, you don't get to see a difference. It's going to be the same running speed. However, when you're jump running, it's going to be much faster. So as you can see, guys, it's about 6.68 seconds to do this distance when regular without a Hop Rock, and 4.133 seconds or so with the Hop Rock. Again, these times that you're showing on the screen are using frames. They're not seconds, so you have to convert a little bit, 60 frames per second. But either way, that's about a 60% increase in your foot traffic speed, so the way you're jump running. So keep that in mind if you're trying to get across the map. It's really smart. Stop by if you can find an area that has a Hop Rock. It's worth it, even if it's a bit out of your way. Pop one if you're trying to get out of the storm, and you'll run about 60% faster. That's pretty good. That'll get you somewhere much quicker than you could expect. Consider that when you guys are trying to move around the map. The other thing is, you notice you can jump a lot higher when you're using the Hop Rocks, but the question is, how high can you jump with these Hop Rocks? So I went out again, middle of nowhere, built myself a little double stack wall, so put one wall on top of the other. These are my ways of doing height tests as well. And as you can see, basically when you can jump with the Hop Rock versus the regular no Hop Rock, that's what I'm doing first. You can jump, your head will hit about the top of the first wall, but once you pop a Hop Rock, guys, there you can see it, you can actually jump almost double. So about 2 walls high. Now it depends on the perspective that you're looking at, but essentially you're doing a double height in your jump. So the next question I wanted to ask myself was, if I'm jumping, am I jumping any faster using these hop rocks? Meaning, do I have a faster vertical speed when I'm jumping versus without hop rocks? So I went ahead, this is the same test, we just timed it this time, put some frames on there so you guys can see. Basically it takes about 1 second and 4 frames or so to jump regular, and then 1 second and 58 frames to do the double jump. So if you round, because these are kind of like, it's really easy to make frame rounding errors. So let's just say it's 1 second versus 2. That's double the time that it takes to do 2 walls versus 1. Now, if you remember, you can jump 2 walls versus 1. So it's essentially double the height, but double the time. So that's really the same speed. It's a little bit of math. I don't mean to bore you to death, but it is the same speed, guys. So there's no change in vertical jump height, unfortunately. That would have been pretty cool. There isn't. So there is the same vertical jump speed. However, again, we can double the jump height, just not the speed. Finally, most of you probably already aware of this because you've already been using these. There is no fall damage when you are landing anywhere with a hop rock. So if you're high up on a mountain and you fall using a hop rock, you will not take any fall damage. However, if your hop rock should expire in mid-fall, you'll probably take damage. I don't recommend trying that out. I didn't test it. I can pretty safely assume that once the hop rock expires, you're going to go ahead and take fall damage on that landing. Either way, guys, that's the video. Again, here's a summary for you. These are consumable items that land various places on the map, and you can find them wherever the meteor hit. Most of you probably know them by now. Once you consume them, you get them for 30 seconds. You cannot stack them in your inventory. You have to take them right then and there. If you take more than 1 pop rock, you will go ahead and extend the time that you have pop rocks for by the increments that are overlapping in your time zones. I know it's a little bit confusing, but just remember, if you take 2 in a row, that's only going to last you for the duration of 1 plus whatever's left of the second one. They don't stack one after another, so just keep that in mind. Also, when you're running, your horizontal running distance, you know, I use that in quotes because, again, you're having to jump to get full advantage of the speed you gain with the hop rocks. It's about 60% faster under hop rock conditions versus standard running speeds. And again, the jump height that you get is double the jump height, while there is no change to vertical jump speed. And that's pretty much about it, guys. So hopefully you did find this video useful. Have you guys been trying out these hop rocks? What did you learn? What have you seen? What do you find interesting about the mechanics that I didn't say or talk about here in this video? I hope you did find this video interesting. Like I said, if you did, please don't forget to leave a like. If you're new here and you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're not following me on social media, those links are down in the description below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon. I may you never die to a bush. Peace.